Welcome to Two Lamps Last Hour News.
I'm Vernon.
I'm Cheryl. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit the notification bell to stay up to date for our videos. And give us a thumbs up after the video if you like it. Well, today we have another song for you. It's called Great is Thy Faithfulness. And also we're going to get into the news right after that. And then after the news, we're going to get into the Bible. So we hope y'all enjoy it. The song Great is Thy Faithfulness is just instrumental and with some video to it. We put it together ourselves. So we hope y'all enjoy it.
This is really a wonderful song. When you think about it, you're ministering to the Lord, but it so much ministers to us. It's really awesome. It's great. It's great to sing it even if you know the words. But the music itself is good. It's a blessing. So listen to this song, please. They're saying they're going to send out the National Guard for these food banks. Governor Newsom in California is calling out his National Guard there, state, to minister to food in some places. It's probably the best idea to do. Just like as if there's a disaster. They can keep peace and order. That's the best thing probably to do. And hopefully the people keep peace and get the food they need. That way everybody can get everything they needed without having trouble. The last thing anybody needs is more trouble right now.
That's true.
Please watch this video.
The National Guard is now being deployed to food banks inside the United States. This has been ordered by the California governor, and this is happening in California currently right now. We're also having multiple other states as well to declare emergency situations to access emergency funds in their states. Even more states are doing this now. So let's dive into all the details here. You can see here, this is what's happening. It says Governor Newsom deploys California volunteers, California National Guard on humanitarian mission assisting food banks as Trump's government shutdown delays SNAP benefits. All right, they're labeling this as Trump's shutdown. Trump is labeling that as a Democrat shutdown. All right, and Newsom is deploying the National Guard there. Okay, this is not a good look. I think they're there for multiple reasons, honestly. I think they're there for humanitarian missions, like they're saying here, to help distribute food. But I think they're also there, too, to kind of keep the order and keep the peace at these food banks, because we have been getting these warnings that people might start stealing food. I saw another video today, someone saying, oh, on this specific date, and you should never do this or participate in this, but this is what's going around social media right now. Another person saying, on this specific date, I think it was sometime in like November or early November, they were saying, everyone go to this specific store. I don't even want to promote this or anything, so I'm going to be kind of general here. But they're saying on this date in November, everyone go to your local store, all right, very common one that everyone grocery shops at, and at a certain time, and everyone just steal food. Okay, take as much food as you can take. And they were saying, hey, you can't catch us all. And if everyone does this at the same time, then this is how we can get food. All right, these are.
Governor Jeff Landry of Louisiana has requested National Guard to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and Shreveport. Again, they are saying it's not needed. But they're probably going to go ahead with it anyway. It's a good thing to get rid of the crime and the bad on the streets. But if in the end it means taking away everybody's freedom by either National Guard or, like you said, you were saying, huh, Vernon, about the Insurrection Act?
Yeah, the Insurrection Act, using that.
Right. Those things are not good. Because when it comes to taking away everybody's freedom altogether, that's bad.
Right. Hello, digital dollar. When they take away the dollar, what good is it to have your freedom? Take away the crime. Walk to the store. Oh, you won't get robbed. But when you get to the store, you can only buy what we tell you because you have a digital dollar now.
Right.
So what good is it for all the freedom when you don't have freedom?
Criticism, emotions, all pouring into the news that Governor Jeff Landry has requested the National Guard to come into New Orleans, as well as Baton Rouge and Shreveport. As you know, here in the Crescent City, we have seen troops on our streets for recent events like the Super Bowl, Mardi Gras, and now the president is willing to send them to curb crime, something that New Orleans council members say isn't needed. WBSU reporter Jonah Gilmore is live with their comments as a criminal justice meeting is happening right now, and their probe into what local police maybe knew about this move. Jonah.
Yeah, and Randy, emotions are running high right now in the city council chambers, as there are still a lot of questions about the National Guard coming here to New Orleans. Questions like, what will be their role? What areas will they focus on? And how will the National Guard interact with citizens of a city that's so unique like New Orleans? Now, according to NOPD, they will welcome the help of federal agencies, but they say there must be communication on how they could really be of help while here. Now, according to the deputy superintendent, at some point, point, the National Guard would have to take some type of direction from NOPD. He says when they come into the city, they won't be familiar with the city or know the hot spots that need assistance. As we've been hearing, violent crime in the city of New Orleans has been down, and officials say this request from the National Guard undercuts the messaging and work that has been done by police. Now, today we've heard council members say this is the first time in a long time that NOPD has been in a good place all around. And they still question what will the National Guard role be once they get here.
More of a when the National Guard comes here, they will be here at the governor's direction, correct? Am I correct in that?
They will be at the governor's, they're always at the governor's direction and command. However, we believe that we can collaborate with them, and that's what we're trying to do. We're not going to try to tell the National Guard what to do.
And council members have pointed to something they say is very unique about this situation. They say what they've seen in the past with other cities, they've seen the National Guard go into those cities, and Democratic governors have been vocal about the National Guard. But they say this situation has been a request by Governor Jeff Landry. So there are still a lot of questions, very heated and very passionate discussion happening right now in City Council chambers. Randy will be sure to bring the very latest on that meeting on air and online. Reporting live from City Hall, Jonah Gilmore, WDS News.
Protests grow more violent. Y'all take a look at this clip.
Outside a Coast Guard base, federal agents opening fire during a protest at U-Haul truck backing up into the gate in Alameda, California. Here's Kana Whitworth with the pictures tonight.
This is the Coast Guard. This is the moment federal agents opened fire on a U-Haul backing up toward them before speeding away from this Coast Guard base near San Francisco. Is anyone injured? The Coast Guard says officers opened fire after the driver ignored verbal commands to stop. That driver wounded, according to Homeland Security, who says a protester was also struck by a fragment. That shooting coming after a day of clashes. Protesters tried to block Border Patrol vehicles arriving at the base as agents used flashbangs to disperse the crowd. DHS says protesters attacked and were given a warning to clear the street, but refused to move. A pastor seen here standing with a sign when an agent fires a flashbang from just a few feet away. A minister, helped by others at the scene.
I obviously was shocked with whatever that Border Patrol had to bring in the face. In that case, just saying we're here in peace and he didn't care.
Yesterday, President Trump called off a planned surge of agents to San Francisco, at least for now. But this week, clashes escalating in cities like New York and
Good evening. We do begin tonight with the breaking news. The Trump administration ramping up its military crackdown on suspected drug boats heading into the U.S. A huge escalation in this operation. The Pentagon now deploying an entire aircraft carrier strike group to the waters off Central and South America. The move coming hours after Secretary Pete Hegseth posted new video showing the latest strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. At least 6 people killed. The boat was off of Venezuela. It's the third such attack this week, the 10th since the operation began last month. Now the U.S. military is sending the USS Gerald Ford carrier group to the region, thousands of U.S. troops on board. ABC's Martha Raddatz leading us off tonight.
Tonight, a U.S. aircraft carrier and multiple warships now steaming towards the Caribbean. A dramatic escalation in what President Trump calls his war on drug cartels. This as a deadly new airstrike obliterated a suspected drug boat. Secretary Pete Hegseth posting video of that overnight attack, the boat taking a direct hit, exploding in flames. Hegseth saying at least 6 people were killed, claiming without evidence the boat was being operated by Tren de Aragua, a designated terrorist organization. It's the 10th known military attack on alleged drug boats, including 2 in the eastern Pacific Ocean off Central America. And tonight, the orders for that new, ferocious show of force. The USS Ford carrier strike group heading to the region. That carrier, bristling with firepower, including F-18 fighter jets, missile launchers, and attack submarines, adding some 5,000 American forces to the 10,000 already in the region. President Trump, who has said land attacks could be next, pressed if he will seek a declaration of war. President Trump, who has said land attacks could be next, pressed if he will seek a declaration of war.
I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
While the vast majority of Republican lawmakers support the president's actions against cartels, concern is growing.
You can't randomly just blow up the enemy without identifying them and accusing them of crime unless you're at war.
David, we have seen these airstrikes again and again on these boats the administration says are carrying drugs, but President Trump is now threatening land strikes on drug cartels, which those fighter jets on the carrier are fully capable of carrying out. David?
Good news for a change. Mother saves kids off of a school bus that catches on fire. Y'all look at this.
Tonight in East Bethel, Minnesota, just outside Minneapolis, an entire community grateful for a mother who saw something was wrong and immediately acted. Mom Carrie Thorpe walking out her front door as the school bus was pulling up. Her 6-year-old daughter, Oakland, coming home from kindergarten. The bus packed with children, 22 in all. Immediately, that mom notices a fire under the front right tire. The family's doorbell cam capturing the entire thing. As her daughter steps off the bus, that mom alerts the bus driver, pointing to the fire. She then runs to the bus door to help get the rest of the children off that bus, telling them all to run up the driveway to her front porch. The children, of course, frightened with the backpacks still on, huddling on the front porch, smoke now billowing from the front of the bus. The mom and the bus driver then moving them even further away, and then a minute later, the front of the bus engulfed in flames. And then an explosion. Firefighters racing to the neighborhood, putting out the flames, melting the bus, the tires, all of the children okay.
Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them,
See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying,
Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?
And Jesus answered and said unto them,
Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place.
Whoso readeth, let him understand.
Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.